What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. I am here doing something new. I have Shao of the Tailory NYC here with me. I'm going to start interviewing some people that I think relate to what I love: fashion, being a woman, LGBT, all kinds of topics. I'm going to start interviewing people, but I decided to first start with Shao here.
Hello. What's up, everyone?
So this is the mastermind behind the Tailory NYC, the suits that you guys see me in, see me talk about on my blog, everything. So I decided to bring Shao on so that she can, one, tell us about suiting and tailoring, and two, kind of walk us through the process and the importance of getting a custom suit. So Shao, what's going on?
Nothing.
You chilling?
Relaxing.
You relaxing? So yeah, Shao, who's Shao? What is the Tailory? Like, who are you?
I don't think anybody's asked me that question before. Like,
Did I just stump you?
yeah, who am I? Well, let me start with what the Tailory is about. I guess I started the Tailory about 2 years ago, and I really created this brand because I, wanted to create a space where women can get a proper fitting suit, one that really fits like how a suit should fit. And I know there's many tailors out there that do it for men, no one do it for women. And with my years of experience doing men's tailoring, I decided now is the perfect time for me to start something for women. And that's how I met this lovely lady here and started making all her suits.
Yeah.
I know she will always tell you the most important thing about suit is fit. How it fits on you really reflects the message that you want to say. And I know a lot of women want to feel empowered. They want to convey a message of confidence, and I think that has nothing to do with the color of the suit or the fabric or any of the embellishment. It's really how it fits on you. And I think today we might go over what that really means.
No, for sure. I mean, you can already tell by what you're wearing. And
yeah.
They
I'm
see
doing
it.
Very relaxed look today, but still. It's,
yeah, I mean, well, the blazer,
very, like
it's clean cut. I mean, you can tell it was fit for you. And that's one thing. Whenever I wear a suit or I post up about a suit, people ask me all the time, like, "Where did you get that from? Where did you buy it from? How can I get it?" And I'm just like, you hit up Shao. I mean, this is like was built for me. So I know that that's something that's really important, especially in the community that I represent. There's a lot of women that struggle, like I used to, with buying stuff off the rack because we like menswear, but
you don't want to be wearing a man's.
Right, because the blazer's too long, or no matter how many times you go to the tailor and get it tweaked, it doesn't fit properly.
Right.
And she's the one who changed my life and educated me and continues to educate me, and just kind of, you've taken my wardrobe to a whole nother level. So I think it's important to share with other women. Like you said, you want to empower women.
Yeah.
So why not give it back to them and kind of walk them through? If they can't come to you or somebody like you, what can they take to a tailor near them?
Yeah, I'll give you some pointers on, certain points that you can alter on an existing jacket to create something that's, a better fitting silhouette.
So what do you think? Should we go and show them some of the fabrics and then walk them through how to make one?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. Alright guys, so Shao is going to walk us through the entire measurement process for suited or tailored clothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Everything tailored.
Alright, cool. You got it?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm going to have you sitting right here.
Sweet.
And I'm going to put this around you.
Okay. And what is this for?
So this just helps me locate the center part of your body.
Okay.
Because we're working with, tailors overseas, so we have to be as detailed as possible with the way your body is shaped.
Okay.
So this just kind of, it's basically a center point for everything. Okay. Awesome.
That stays on the whole time?
Yep, stays on the whole time. Now I'm going to take your neck.
What's the neck for?
So the neck measurement, when you're getting a collared shirt, you want to make sure that you're able to have one finger in your collar. If you have too much, it's too big, and if you can't even get a slight finger in there, you'll be choking.
Gotcha.
So when I'm measuring the neck, I'm really keeping that and taking that into account. Okay, there's that, and then the next measurement we're going to take is your chest. So basically, the basic measurements would be your chest, your waist, and then your seat, okay?
Okay. Now, is the chest, do you measure the chest the same way for men and women?
I'm taking the same measurement for women as I would for a man. The only difference when it comes into the pattern is how I dress, how I draw the pattern and how I add
with
the
like our
allowance.
curves and whatnot?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So for someone who wants a more masculine look, I'm going to create a straighter, more angular line, and someone who wants a more feminine suiting will start to add a little bit more curves.
Gotcha.
The seaming will also be very different between
Gotcha.
the two. Okay, so I took your chest, now we take your waist, which is right here,
Okay.
or your stomach. Okay, and then the next thing would be your seat, right here.
Now, as far as like the seat goes, is that just for the blazer and the shirt, or does that
No,
take
that's
into
for the
account?
pants.
That's for the pants.
That's for the pants. I take your seat here because that's where the seat of your pants will be.
Okay.
But if you're wearing a shorter jacket, your seat measurement for the jacket is different. That
Gotcha.
depends on the length
Right,
where it's
okay.
sitting on you, right?
But normally
people
when you measure me, you always measure.
Yeah.
Because I like it more
You like
masculine.
it, right.
Gotcha.
And then you like it more about here.
Okay.
So that's just right above your seat. So I only take like 1 inch smaller than your seat to give you that same silhouette, but not like over your seat.
Gotcha.
You know, some women wear them shorter, so it's right here. It's nowhere near their seat. So I would just have to take the circumference of where it's sitting.
Got you. So for the top for blazer shirt, it's the neck, the chest, stomach,
right.
or waist,
And seat.
and then seat.
Mhm.
So now for the, is that it for the top?
No,
you don't have to
there's-
do like arms?
Yeah, I have to do more.
No.
These are just the basic measurements, and then I'll do something, how the jacket, the way the jacket sits on your shoulder is the most important part of a fitted garment, because your shoulders act as anchor points.
Okay.
So if we don't get your shoulders right and it's not sitting properly on your shoulders, then it really messes with your front panel of your jacket. So a lot of times you guys will see jackets that have a lot of extra like creasing in here, or a lot of extra fabric in here, or when you're wearing the jacket you feel like your jacket's being pulled forward or being pulled backwards. It's really uncomfortable. That all comes with just getting this part down.
Is that why off the racks jackets?
It's hard to do that because off the rack doesn't take into account your specific shoulder alignment, right? It's just everything's standard and straight. It doesn't take into account like lower shoulders on one side, or forward shoulder, or back shoulder,
Right.
or just someone who has maybe a little bit more muscle development in here, or a little bit more in the back. They don't take that into account. So a lot of times when you try jackets on, it's really uncomfortable right here.
And no matter how you tailor it, it's always going to be
Shoulder
off.
is one thing that I recommend you never touch.
Gotcha.
So if you find a jacket and the shoulder does not fit, don't buy it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take your shoulder right now.
Okay.
And I know you have your shoulder is slightly forward. Yeah, so this is 17. Yeah. So your shoulder's 17 here in the back, and then the front is 15 and a half, meaning your shoulder is shorter in the front, meaning your shoulders curve forward. So do you ever notice when you buy jackets off the rack, it always feels like the jacket's being pulled back this way because
Yeah.
your shoulder's going forward?
Gotcha, that
That's
makes
the
sense.
most uncomfortable part of the
Yeah.
jacket.
No, it definitely is.
Okay, so we always do this when we do custom, and then of course we take the sleeves, and it comes from the top of the shoulder all the way down to, usually traditionally we do it to the break of the wrist, but you can do a little bit longer if you want, you can do a little bit shorter if you want. That's really personal.
Gotcha.
But if you want to do it exactly according to rule, it should be right at the break of your wrist.
So if somebody like me likes to show the watch, it should be at the break of the wrist.
Right, because when you
Perfect.
move up and down, you show the watch.
Cool.
Okay, and then we also do, to create the shape of your sleeves, we also take your bicep,
Am I strong?
and very, and we take your wrist,
Okay.
and we create a sleeve silhouette that kind of fits here, a little bit slimmer down here.
Okay.
Okay, and then your arms are pretty straight up and down, so we don't need to rotate sleeves or anything. Some people have a stance where their arms are forward, or they're really back like this, and that affects how the sleeves drape here. So in order to get, because I'm just gonna do this. Your jacket should fall from here the sleeve, your jacket sleeve should fall from here down completely straight. It shouldn't crease this way, and it shouldn't crease this way.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it needs to be straight up and down. And we do that in custom. We do that by making sure we either rotate the sleeve forward to accommodate for that, or backwards.
Gotcha.
And, you know, because your shoulder, like I said, is the anchor point.
Yeah.
So everything gets rotated here, and this way, this way.
So, but since my chest, I guess, is shorter than my back, does that take into account?
Yeah, like you, usually if you're very forward,
Like this.
naturally your arms tend to move forward too. But for you, you're just slightly forward, and your arm is just a little bit forward. It's not, but it's still fairly straight here. So I wouldn't rotate any sleeves. I would just go
Gotcha.
standard.
No, good to know.
Now I'm gonna turn you around, because you know how the jacket sits on the back and versus the front is also really important. So I'm gonna take measurements from nape to waist here, and then measurements from here to here. I'm gonna minus the difference.
Okay.
So this way, if you have a bigger chest or if you have a bigger back, the measurements will tell the pattern of your, like how you're shaped.
Gotcha.
That makes sense,
So
right?
neck to mid back.
Yeah.
And then,
So from here to here, you should call your nape to waist,
okay.
and then
Nape to waist.
yeah, to waist. And
Nape to waist.
here to here.
What's this called?
It's just your front chest length. So
Front chest
naturally, your front chest length is a little bit longer than your back.
Here, you want to show them one more time so that they can see it?
Yeah. So from here to here, you're 14,
Okay.
right?
And then from the chest?
here to here, you're 15 1/4. So you're an inch and a quarter longer in the front, which makes sense.
Because I have
You're still
chest.
a woman,
Yeah,
right? So
alright.
you have a slightly different build. So when I have these two measurements, I'm able to create a panel that's gonna sit over you and lay flatter, and then also, you know, lay according to your back
my
shape.
back.
Yeah. So
Nice.
those are two very important measurements, and this really helps with that.
Oh, keeping me centered
Yeah,
still.
the centered tape really helps me get the proper measurement front to back.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now that's pretty much what I have for the jacket. I took
Oh,
your
sweet.
seat, you know, let me just do your length.
Should I turn this way?
Yeah, so
Okay.
length, you know, is just really determining where you want the jacket to sit. Now you prefer a shorter jacket, so
Right.
I'm just gonna measure you about here,
So would it
right
be
on the
in
top of your seat.
okay, that's what I was about to
so
ask.
right
So
here.
neck to seat
Yeah,
for me?
basically.
Okay.
And then, you know, so the biggest difference for men and women jacket is the length. You know, there's different rules too. So for a man's jacket, it needs to cover your seat. So it would be down here.
Gotcha.
If you were a man, I would measure your length here.
Gotcha.
Now for a woman, you can go a little bit shorter. But the most flattering part to have your jacket sit is right at the top of the seat. Like right here.
Okay.
You know, it's usually almost at the widest part of you. That's where your jacket should. That's the most
For all
flattering.
women.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the most flattering.
Is it just because it'll depending on how feminine or masculine, it'll show a
Right.
little bit of the curvature?
Yeah,
right?
just
Nice.
a little, you
Okay.
know. So I do it here, but you know that I play around with that depending on the type of design that I'm making.
Okay.
But for you, I always do it right here.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's the length. So we pretty much took all the measurements that I needed for your jacket.
Okay.
Same measurement I take for a guy, but now when I take your measurement to the table and draw the pattern, the allowance I'm going to add to your jacket is different than the allowance I would add to a man, and like the line would be a little bit different. So,
Gotcha.
you know.
It's just because I'm a woman and we have to take into account for all my different
Yeah.
body parts.
And
but
like
I can
how it
still,
drapes, you know.
Yeah, but I can still get the same exact jacket as a man.
Yes.
You
It's just the pattern will be the same.
Gotcha.
The outcome is the same, but what I have to do to your pattern to get that look is different than what I would do to another pattern for a woman who wants a more feminine jacket.
Gotcha.
That makes any sense.
That makes sense.
So we finished your jacket.
Right.
Now we're gonna do your pants. The pants is a little easier, so
Okay.
I'm gonna start with obviously your waist,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do it at not at your natural waist, but where you wear your pants, and you wear them a little lower. So this is where I'm gonna measure it. Okay. Oh, and your waist size and what your waist size custom versus your waist size from off the rack is always going to be different. So don't freak out, people, when you come in and your natural waist size is 2 inches bigger than what you normally would buy off the rack. It's called vanity sizing, and it's really not great. But what they do is if you're really a size 32 waist, in the stores they'll give you a size 30. It's always about 2 inches difference because that size 32 that size 30 needs to fit a big variety of size 30, and also it also just kind of makes you feel a little better. I know
they're setting us women up.
I did make it up, but it helps you feel better, and if you feel better about yourself, you buy more clothes and yada yada yada, and that's kind of how it works. So if you don't ask me, I will never tell you your waist size.
I'm not gonna ask.
If you do, I will tell you it's always gonna be 2 inches bigger. So don't freak out, people. Danielle doesn't know, so I'm not gonna tell.
I'm not the only one to know. All right. So you
I took your waist,
okay.
And then you know the waist is kind of like the anchor points to your pants, like how the shoulders anchor points to your jacket.
Okay.
So once we get that point down, the next most important measurement is your U-rise, and that is basically the measurement from your waistband where you wear it to the bottom of your crotch, for lack of a better word.
That's fine.
You know, and what that does is, you know, we want to make sure that it's sitting right at the, like right beneath your crotch, because if it's too long, you'll start to get the draping that goes down here on your pants.
So like when you move and it like scrunches right there?
Yeah, it always feels a little uncomfortable because the rise is just a little too long. And then if it's too short, you start to get the pulling like right in here, like upward.
I'm guessing it's too tight in a sense?
Too tight, a little high. So, you know, you want to make sure that it's sitting right at the edge, right at the bottom. Okay, so in order to get that measurement, I kind of just do here and here. You know, from the front all the way to the back, and now
do you pull? Is that why I have a wedgie?
Yeah, you're supposed to feel like you have a wedgie. Do you have a wedgie now?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's how I know that that's sitting where it should, because we always add a little bit back to that in your pattern. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's that's the second most important measurement is your U-rise. Okay. So where it sits here versus the light here is the anchor points on your pants.
Right. So basically, when you do it, just in case I didn't see it, you kind of
I kind of go all the way around this way.
And then she gives me a wedgie.
Yeah. So it's like front of the waistband to the back of the waistband.
Okay.
Okay, and so everything, now that we finished that, the rest of the measurements are just silhouette and kind of style measurements, you know? So for you like more of a pegged look. Yeah. Meaning it's a little bit wide on the top and a little bit small at the bottom. Yeah. So your knee is always going to be bigger than your bottom measurements.
Gotcha.
Okay, and that goes fairly the same for guys as well. For more feminine pants, they tend to like a straighter leg or flare leg sometimes, and that's when your knee is a little bit smaller than the bottom of your pant. You know, the smaller the knee, the wider the bottom, the bigger the flare.
Gotcha.
Kind of like that. So that we kind of talk it through with the clients.
It all depends on.
Yeah, it all really depends on your silhouette, what you want, what you want to achieve.
Gotcha.
And the next thing is just really your out seam. So that's just from the top of the waistband all the way to where you want to wear your pants. Now you like to wear your pants at the top of your shoe, showing a little sock. So for you, I'm always gonna measure just kind of right below your ankle. Okay. That's where I measure it. If some guys like, it's all personal preference.
Right. So guy or girl, if they wanted to show more sock, they get a little higher up. Right. If they want to sit like kind of hanging back to the back of their shoe.
Make it a little bit longer, right.
But does it really matter, or is that personal preference
it's
again?
All personal preference.
I get that question all the time. Where is it? Should it sit?
No, it's personal preference. It's how you want to wear your pants.
Gotcha.
You know? So, like I tend to wear my pants shorter.
Yeah, you
like
do.
right because I wear a lot of heels, so like I show off my shoes a lot. But if you're wearing like big flare legs, it looks funny when it's too short. So you either wear it really long, or you do a really extreme silhouette which sits like cropped.
Gotcha.
You know, those are styling details, so that we can talk about, work it out.
So that's literally all you have to do for measuring?
Yeah, pretty much it.
So can you sum it up for us? I know we went through the whole thing, but for the chest, what are the most, or the jacket, what are the most important things?
Okay, so for the jacket, like always the anchor points. Shoulder is the most important thing. If it doesn't sit right on your shoulder, it throws off the grain line of your entire jacket. So it's never gonna sit right. It's not gonna fall right. You won't know what's wrong with it, but it won't feel right.
Okay.
Which is really important, right? For the pant, it's really your anchor point is your waist versus your U-rise. You want to make sure this is sitting where you want to sit, and the rise is sitting right below your crotch. And that's the two main points when it comes to getting something tailor fit for you. So if you're shopping off the rack and you want to alter things to fit closer to your shape, things that I would never do is the shoulders. So, and kind of the chest here too. So if it doesn't fit here, and it doesn't fit here, it's not worth altering.
Gotcha.
You know, it's very expensive to do that. It's never going to be right. So you know, the cost of doing that, you might as well get something custom.
And realistically, you guys should just get something custom because it's going to fit just for you. You can make it however you want. I mean, we've done a lot. They see it, and we'll continue to work together. So thank you, Shao,
You're welcome.
for walking us through everything. I'm sure you guys will see her again, and she'll try to teach us patterns amongst a slew of other things, probably based on the questions that you guys get. So
so ask questions.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to answer them.
So like this video, leave a comment below with anything you guys want to ask me or Shao. I'll promise to relay it back to her. And please, please, please subscribe. All right? Thank you, Shao.
Bye.
See you guys later.